Welcome to Great North Wrestling, folks. Tonight we have quite the match for you. An 8-man tag team elimination match featuring none other than this man, the Honky Tonk Man. I'm James Chip McKinley here with Stephen Mantis.
And let's listen to what Honky Tonk Man has to say here.
Yeah, it seems like he's got a... he doesn't appreciate Sexxxy Eddy's...
He's claiming that Sexxxy Eddy's package is not real. He's saying, take those socks out of your pants.
He does not look impressed at all. This is a WWE legend we have in the ring, and Sexxxy Eddy is just, well, he's acting sexy, I guess.
Sexy to some people, not sexy to others, not sexy to me. We don't wear that disturbing type of clothes in Britain.
Yes, I've seen some silly clothes come out of Britain. No offense.
London is one of the fashion capitals of the world, so how can you even begin to say that? I've never heard of the United States of America being a fashion capital of the world. Maybe New York, maybe LA. What about Arkansas? What about the South in general, Tennessee? What about Alabama, where a piece of rope in your belt is considered a belt?
Now, come on, that's a little stereotype. At least we don't believe in a silly queen. I mean, what is it? Where are you living? Like in Game of Thrones?
Do not insult the queen. Now, let's talk about fashion for a moment here. Let's look at John the Grapecrusher Maloney, who is in a 20-year-old pair of jeans, tennis shoes, and a $2 giant tiger wife beater.
Well, he's an unorthodox wrestler, and he's an unorthodox...
The man has property in Canada, property in Florida. He has his own business, and yet he's the worst dressed wrestler in Great North Wrestling. That's something you must agree with me on.
Well, he does, I don't know, he makes a great wine, you gotta admit that. Maybe he's drank too much wine.
Now we see, on the other side, Sexxxy Eddy hugging Stephen Levac, who was actually supposed to be with his partner tonight, Jacques Lamoureux, but both Jacques Lamoureux and his manager Asana ditched him. The Hot Throbs were a former Great North Wrestling tag team, more like the Hot Chickens, because they really are cowards. As we see a lockup attempt here on big Bryan Briggs, the powerlifter from Smith Falls, Ontario, Stephen Levac, more interested in rubbing his private area with Sexxxy Eddy than getting in the ring here. Of course, Stephen Levac has lost his last 2 matches in Great North Wrestling. He has only had 3 career matches. Not the best win-loss record, which is probably why his manager and partner dumped him.
Well, he's got a lot of backup tonight. Sexxxy Eddy, Rosenburg, Soa Amin. Pretty dangerous team we have back there.
Versus Bryan Briggs, former Canadian champ. Now, Stephen Levac getting slapped on the ass by Sexxxy Eddy. This is a little
too close.
You know, the referee really should get in there and break that up. Bryan Briggs, a power lifter here, very popular in Smith Falls, Ontario. Just shoving Stephen Levac off like a piece of garbage. Of course, Bryan Briggs is with the longest reigning Great North Wrestling Canadian Champion, Jeremy Prophet, longest reigning WWE Intercontinental Champion, the Honky Tonk Man, and John the Grapecrusher Maloney. Now, all I've seen between Sexxxy Eddy and Stephen Levac is hugging and ass grabbing. I've seen no wrestling thus far tonight, which is quite disturbing. I mean, this is
very bizarre. I don't know. They got some weird relationship, but now they're... Oh, and now we got a tag. Sexxxy Eddy's in.
2 lockups and a tag out. Sexxxy Eddy now getting in the ring. Now they're using...
Does this count as tags?
They're wasting their 5 seconds in the ring.
Just look at...
This is really disturbing stuff here.
Oh, here we go.
Bryan Briggs just breaks double clothesline, double clotheslines. Both Levac and Sexxxy Eddy. Of course, Bryan Briggs now with an arm wrencher on Sexxxy Eddy, tags in John Maloney. The Grapecrusher. I believe the Grapecrusher just twisted the arm the wrong way. I could be mistaken, but that shows that he is a novice in professional wrestling. But of course, he is a very tough guy. He's very good at taking a beating.
And the Grapecrusher and Sexxxy Eddy here have quite the rivalry in the past couple of matches.
Definitely. Maloney actually defeated Sexxxy Eddy and Platinum Preston Perry in Smith Falls, Ontario, when Maloney teamed with Brutus the Barber Beefcake. So there is some animosity there.
Sexxxy Eddy looks like he's in a lot of pain. He needs to get to his corner.
Maloney needs to get that armbar on a bit tighter, though, if he wants to finish off Sexxxy Eddy. He needs to get in there, really wrench away at it, really put some pressure on the top of that bicep tendon rather than just hold the wrist. Sexxxy Eddy now has a hair of Maloney, but Maloney cranks over the arm again in this extremely slow-paced 8-man tag team match.
And we got a lot of action ahead of us here. 8-man tag match with the Honky Tonk Man,
who looks incredibly enthusiastic on the outside of the ring, I must say.
Oh, he probably just misses his guitar.
Of course, Honky Tonk Man known for bashing people over the head with a guitar, and he has brought a guitar here tonight. I've actually seen a couple of guitars here tonight. As we see Sexxxy Eddy showboating, but John Maloney just cranks the arm of Sexxxy Eddy one more time, and Eddy is in a lot of trouble here. Eddy looks like he's been in the gym. It's actually the best shape I've seen Eddy in a while, as he rakes the arm of Maloney. Now tags back into Levac. They actually missed the first tag, which shows their coordination. Now they're throwing Maloney into the ropes or something. This is bizarre, to say the least.
And these two are, I don't know, just having a great old time in that ring.
Weak looking double back elbow, and now they are showboating. Of course, Eddy clearly has some type of either jock strap or something in his pants there. Going for elbow in the midsection of Maloney. He's got some padding there, so it probably is going to have little effect. Jinxie on the outside. Of course, Jinxie is John the Grapecrusher Maloney's manager, also from Smith Falls, Ontario. She is an MMA expert and a powerlifter. John goes for the tag, but he pays for wearing that shirt. I don't know if that was actually a touch chop or not. Very weak looking chop, if there was a chop, had absolutely no effect on the Grapecrusher, who now is going for a double suplex along with Jeremy Prophet, who's probably the best athlete in the ring here tonight. Soa Amin, of course, on the outside. 500 pounds, a very tough customer.
I think their strategy is to wait for him for the last.
And they got
whoever's remaining, he's just going to destroy in the ring.
Back in a lot of trouble here. Maloney picked up by Jeremy Prophet, just slammed across Levac. Pinfall now on Levac too, but Levac kicks out.
And we still have 8 guys here, 8 wrestlers. And this is an elimination match, so once there's a 1, 2, 3, it continues with 7 guys. And so on.
Huge chop now. Jeremy Prophet showing Levac exactly how to give a proper chop, sending Levac down onto his back. He doesn't want to get any more chops. He's trying to stay on the ground. He's going to get some more whether he likes it or not. Jeremy Prophet having some fun. Of course, the Heartthrobs were supposed to face Jeremy Prophet recently in Hawkesbury, Ontario, at a special cancer research event, but the Heartthrobs canceled Jeremy Prophet at the last minute through the Ford dealership that the show was being put on, which essentially ended the Heartthrobs' career in Great North Wrestling. We do not want cowards or non-tough wrestlers in Great North Wrestling. We only want the very toughest, as we see Stephen Levac getting picked up for a huge slam. Slams Stephen Levac down. Briggs hits the ropes. Huge leg drop there by Briggs too. That's all she wrote for Stephen Levac's Great North Wrestling career. So Amin going for a punch. Blocked. Briggs trying to punch Amin in the midsection. That's not the place you want to punch Amin.
So Amin showing his power.
Throws Briggs into the corner. Soa charges Briggs. Briggs moves out of the way, eats the turnbuckle. Briggs follows it up with a clothesline, which only seems to be angering Amin.
And I think Soa Amin could take on all 4 of those guys. Remember, he did win a handicap match in Smith Falls.
Definitely. He power body slam attempt, but Bryan Briggs just cannot get Amin up for the slam. That's 500 pounds of girth that Amin has there.
High roller's not getting a low blow there.
There's that huge avalanche. Hits the ropes. Tackle, sending Briggs to the canvas. Hits the ropes again. Big splash by Soa Amin. 1, 2, 3. That's a great
tied.
It's now a 3-on-3 elimination match. Clothesline attempt by Amin. Ducks the back elbow to Prophet. Prophet kicks him, chops him. No effect at all on Amin. Prophet is just a monster. Of course, he has that kickboxing background. You see his punches and kicks are so crisp. Extremely dangerous individual. Jeremy Prophet now tastes a chop of his own. Of course, Prophet has recently had a change of heart and has now become a fan favorite here in Great North Wrestling. Sunset flip from the second rope on Amin.
Oh no. You know what he's gonna do.
No, oh, he took his time. Once again, he showboated to the crowd, and that allowed Jeremy Prophet to recover enough to get up. Now he drop kicks Amin right in the face. Let's see the replay here. I'm surprised the ring didn't collapse on that one.
Right on the tailbone. That's gotta hurt for Soa Amin.
Amin has now gone to the outside where he tries to grab a chair. Jinxie grabs it out of the way. Now the Great Francisco tried to grab the chair back from Jinxie, but if I were the Great Francisco, I would not challenge Jinxie.
She looks pretty dangerous, especially holding a steel chair.
For sure. Now Amin says he's had enough. I think Amin is leaving the match.
Powerful wrestler, but not a team player, it seems.
He's never been.
They're all leaving.
Everyone's leaving. Sexxy Eddy and Paul High Roller Rosenburg leaving as well. Great Francisco
calling them back.
Great Francisco still has that injury, of course, from Brutus the Barber Beefcake. He's carrying a cane. Beefcake, of course, did some permanent damage to Francisco's leg. Smith Falls, Ontario. Amin's now back in the ring finally. Tags in Sexxy Eddy.
He just got a whole lot sexier here.
Arm drag by Jeremy Prophet. Big chop to Sexxy Eddy. Goes to throw Sexxy Eddy off the rope, reverses. Eddy has him now. Hurricane Rana by Jeremy Prophet. Sexxy Eddy now back to the outside. Jeremy Prophet hits the ropes. Big fly across.
What a move. Jeremy Prophet, he's just on fire right now.
Jeremy Prophet is all action here tonight. Now he's going for the high-risk maneuver. He is known for being great on those top ropes. Plancha now, and this could be it. This was it in the little person's match, but not enough for Sexxy Eddy. Sexxy Eddy still manages to kick out. Jeremy Prophet just cranking on the arm now of Sexxy Eddy. Picks him up for a back suplex. No, atomic drop. Eddy is in trouble.
That's all it took from Honky Tonk Man.
Honky Tonk Man is back in the ring. Shades of the Three Stooges here.
And the crowd's loving this. This is who they came to see. Oh no!
This is disgusting.
How can he do this?
Honky Tonk Man having some fun here tonight in Brockville.
I guess he knows for sure if there's a sock in there or not.
Definitely. Honky Tonk Man just nails Eddy with a knee, pushes him down to the mat, drags Eddy into the middle of the ring. Oh, he's going to punish his midsection even more.
No, don't tell me. Oh, it hurts just watching this. It hurts just watching this.
It hurts my eyes too. I think we can agree on that. That's really awful.
Come on, ref. Don't let him keep doing this. No! Oh!
Honky Tonk Man really focusing on that area. Even Paul Rosenburg on the outside is feeling the pain from that.
I think there's any guy sitting in this venue right now who isn't feeling that right now.
Honky Tonk Man.
He's vicious.
He's doing whatever it takes to win this match tonight.
And Sexxy Eddy just collapsed.
The Grapecrusher now being tagged back in.
Is he going to crush his grapes even more? This is torture. The ref's got to get in there. We can't have that.
Eddy's grapes must be flat at this point. Could be another atomic. This is the Grapecrusher. That's the Grapecrusher's finishing move now. But now the Grapecrusher showboating. He needs to stay on Eddy.
There's Rosenburg, the high roller.
Being attacked from behind now. Rosenburg just did a move similar to Carlito, who we will be seeing Great North Wrestling very soon.
And the Grapecrusher's been eliminated.
Don't forget, fans, Great North Wrestling comes to the Jean-Marc Lalonde Arena in Rockland, Ontario. Friday night, November the 27th. Don't miss it. GreatNorthWrestling.ca has all the details on that. Big body slam there now on Sexxxy Eddy by Prophet.
Sexxxy Eddy doesn't even know where he's at right now. And Prophet back to, what a move.
Moonsault. Beautiful moonsault there by Jeremy Prophet.
And is that 2, 3?
We are seeing right here
replay.
just exactly why Great North Wrestling, the Great North Wrestling Canadian Championship was held by Prophet for 3 years. He is an extremely good wrestler. Has beaten the likes of Scott Steiner, Manny Parfo, Tatonka, the list goes on and on, Coco Beware. And of course, Jeremy Prophet even has victories over Hannibal, which not many wrestlers in today's Great North Wrestling can say. But Sexxxy Eddy now punishing Jeremy Prophet, smashes him into the turnbuckle pad.
Well, Sexxxy Eddy's not just sexy, but he's a survivor. I mean, the punishment he's taken in this match, and he's still on his feet, and he's taking it to Prophet right now. You gotta admire that.
I don't know if I admire anything about Sexxxy Eddy as he comes running into the turnbuckle and eats it. Goes for a clothesline. Prophet ducks it and gives him a shin kick right to the side of the neck. Prophet now going back up to the top rope. He spent most of this match in the air at this point. Oh! Soa Amin crotches him right on that steel turnbuckle connection pad.
That's why it's high risk. And now Jeremy Prophet's grapes are hurting right now.
That seems to be the theme of this match, which is going into a very long period of time. So we're going to see the cardio conditioning of all of the men involved pretty soon here. Prophet, of course, always in top shape. Could Eddy be going for a Hurricane Rana here? Oh my God, no! Eddy blocked it, but Jeremy Prophet pulled Eddy down to a sunset flip, and Eddy's out! Unbelievable! Paul Rosenburg now in the ring, that sneaky little fella. Now has an ankle lock on Jeremy Prophet. Paul Rosenburg still fairly fresh in this match, as is Soa Amin.
And we're finally seeing some great action in this match. What a turn of events.
Now the great Francisco just used that cane.
Now Soa Amin's tagging himself in. Rosenburg he's not letting him go.
The referee saw that tag, I believe. Now Soa Amin in the ring, all 500 pounds of him. Stretching Jeremy Prophet. He hits the rope. Another huge splash. This is how he beat Bryan Briggs earlier tonight. 2 in a no! That's amazing! Jinxie very concerned on the outside there.
Prophet, I don't know how much left is in him, but that was a huge clothesline by Soa Amin.
I'd even call that a lariat, reminiscent of Stan Hansen. That was beautiful. And Jeremy Prophet in a lot of trouble here. Rosenberg's been tagged back in. Elbow drops Jeremy Prophet right on the neck. And now just hammering the face of Jeremy Prophet. Now choking Prophet. Jinxie getting the crowd to rally behind Prophet. I don't know if it's going to work. He's taking so much punishment here. Rosenberg throws Prophet off the ropes. Goes for a backdrop, but eats Jeremy Prophet's foot. Now a spinning heel kick by Paul Rosenberg. He should go for the pin, but he's tagging Soa Amin in. We're going to see some double teaming right now. Of course, Paul Rosenberg, known as a high roller, is an expert gambler. He gambles for a living. He's a poker player. He's a multi-millionaire. Newcomer to Great North Wrestling. 1, 2, and a kick out by Jeremy Prophet.
And Rosenburg knows how to play the odds. That's why he's on the team he's in.
Certainly, and he wants to make a name for himself in Great North Wrestling. He will be on our event November the 27th, 2015 at the Jean-Marc Lalonde Arena in Rockland, which is very close to Hawkesbury and also very close to Ottawa, Ontario, about 20 minutes outside of Ottawa. It's going to be the last Great North Wrestling event of 2015 as we see a bear hug now on Jeremy Prophet.
And he's fading.
That's 500 pounds of pressure on the lower back of Jeremy Prophet.
Prophet's been in the ring for a while now and hasn't had a lot of time to recover. And Soa Amin's going to use that to his advantage.
Look at the back development on Prophet. This is a man that's been doing some chin-ups lately, fighting his way out of that move, hits the ropes, but no, he goes straight into a sleeper hold.
Oh, he's fading fast. Prophet might be eliminated soon, and then it's going to be Honky Tonk versus Soa Amin and High Roller Rosenburg.
Jinxie on the outside looking very, very concerned here for her man, Prophet. Because she's there representing the whole team. This could be a Vader bomb now on Prophet. Jeremy Prophet just gets his foot up on the ropes. And the great Francisco, he should be barred from ringside. He has no right to touch Prophet. Camel clutch now. Now, Soa Amin has the camel clutch secured. He had both arms, but Prophet managed to get one arm loose. Just powering Jeremy Prophet. He still needs to get both arms over his knees to have this submission hold on to its full extent. Francisco on the outside.
Oh.
Once again, the theme of this match continues. Soa Amin takes it in the nuts.
The only nuts that weren't abused were Honky Tonk Man's.
Thus far, and Rosenburg's. Rosenburg's still a very fresh man, as he now has the ankle lock again on Prophet.
Prophet really needs to get out here. He needs to make this tag.
Prophet trying his best to make the tag right now. Does a somersault, which sends Rosenburg right into the fist of Honky Tonk Man. Soa Amin should actually be out of the ring at this point, but he's so beat he can't even move right now.
And here's a Honky Tonk Man.
Honky Tonk Man nails Soa Amin, nails him again. Nails him a third time, points at Rosenburg. I think they're going to throw these two together here. Yes! Crashing together. Amin down.
And he fell hard. And now, oh, he's got the guitar.
Better watch his. I think Amin's had enough. He's going to the back.
So Amin's abandoning Rosenburg.
The referee needs to get the guitar out of the Honky Tonk Man's hand. I think Soa Amin is going to be counted out here.
And now Prophet's going to get the honor. What an honor.
That's a solid oak guitar that Prophet has.
Come on, Rosenburg.
Rosenburg better get out of the ring and take the same. Oh my God!
What a shot. Right to the head. Rosenburg is down.
A solid oak guitar right to the head of Paul Rosenburg. And that's it. 2, 3. Your winners of this match. The Honky Tonk Man and Jeremy Prophet, the longest reigning Great North Wrestling Champion as we see the replay, and the longest reigning WWE Intercontinental Champion. My God.
What a shot.
Rosenberg's never going to be the same. There's the official word as John Muldoon holds up the Honky Tonk Man's hand. Follow us on Facebook, Great North Wrestling, Twitter, GNW Wrestling, and for all the latest news, greatnorthwrestling.ca.